Clash of Clans podcast, episode 92. Coming up straight for the 9 deuce, son. Skilly beep 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 skilly beep. And we're back with the Clash of Clans with the fans of Sands. I'm your pal, Scotty and Boneyard, and here with my pal Scotty.
Hey.
And we're talking all things Clash of Clans at ClashClansPodcast.com here at the WBSMT radio studios, having a good old clashy time. Update day!
Update day.
Hey Dave, update day, and all things update today. We got all kinds of stuff to talk about.
Oh my god!
Scotty and I haven't sat down and recorded in a little while, so we got some catching up to do, and then we got this update to talk about.
This update is like probably
big. It's big.
Yeah,
one of the biggest. One of the biggest.
Officially, don't go back and listen to all the old podcasts.
No, officially, you better check them out and see how silly they are. Well, actually, go back and listen to how many times we say, "Give us a goddamn new dark spells," and "Give us this," and "Give us that," and they finally did.
Yeah.
And also listen to the troop contest, even though it was a troop contest and we didn't get a new troop, which I'm still curious to see who actually wins the new troop contest. I mean, we picked winners, and those are pretty awesome troops, right?
Oh, but what's the new
which one they actually do, and then we can go back and see who actually picked that one, and then the real winner.
Dirty Pirates will know, for a battering ram.
The battering ram, right? And well, of course, I really want the assassin is out. I guess it's still in. They did the poison thing we'll get to that. But a lot of these spells came up in the troop contest. People were like, "Hey, I know it's in a troop contest. Wouldn't this spell be cool?"
Yeah.
The poison spell was one of them. I'm sure of it. The earthquake spell. Somebody came in.
Wildfire.
Same kind of thing, but yeah, it was a fire spell, but it did the same damage. But they called it an earthquake spell. And then the other new spell is the haste, which also people were like, "Hey, let's get it spell to add time," which it's kind of the same thing, but it's a speed spell, to make them work faster.
Well, let's get into it then,
okay.
because there's a lot here, things that I'm like, I've been in and out all day on it, so it's like you can't really experience it all.
Yeah,
I'm going where? I realized the mail buttons in the different.
Yeah, I figured that out when I was like, "Oh, what's this new button with the sword and this thing?" I'm like, "Oh, that's cool," because now I can look at the army that's up and everything. That's pretty cool.
I do like how. Okay,
let's start at the start.
Let's start at the start. Okay, update.
Update.
June 7th, 2015.
June 7th. So
July. Sorry,
what?
It's July 1st.
Today is July 1st.
Yeah, they do it on the website. It says 0107.
Oh, because they're backwards, because they're Europeans.
Yeah. Okay. So I was trying to do it in my head quick, and it just didn't work.
January 7th.
All right. Rise of Master Spellcasters and Legends.
Bum, bum, bum.
The Dark Spell Factory is here with 3 new spells. Dragon Level 5 sets its golden gaze on Town Hall 10.
Sweet.
What do you think about it?
I haven't got to have one because nobody was making them or had them, but I gave a bunch away and made people do the replay so I could see what they look like.
Let me see.
I'm like, okay, I made a bunch, and who wants one? Play the replay for me, and hopefully go ahead and hit a Town Hall 8 so I can see it burn everything. They're pretty cool looking, they're. Are
you going to save up?
Here's the thing. This kind of maybe comes in on where we're at right now. I was near the update. I have 2. I had updated. My next thing in Boneyard was to do Archer Towers because everything else is kind of maxed where I want it. So new defenses, I was going to go on to once I got done with all my walls and shit. We got 2 Archer Towers done, and I had just about enough gold to do with the start of the 3rd one. I've been researching stuff, and I have a bunch of elixir, like 6 million elixir, plus 1 million in the CC. Like I'm close to having 8 for the dragon. But I'm like, it was a couple days of, there's no update. I'm like, I'm not spending anything. Saving all this up, and we're going to spend it on whatever comes, and then, a spell factory. I'm like, I got to save for that.
Yeah.
So I have enough to do it. The dragon, I was like, wow, I can do him right away, but I probably am just going to use that elixir to research the new spells and keep my spell factory upgrading. I can either start the dragon and then not have anything else, but I think the dragon, I'm trying to move away from dragon attacks as Boneyard, trying to get in the go wee and working that out for 2 stars on a Town Hall 10.
You finally stand on the precipice of the greatest dragon army in history, and you were going to go for.
I've said this before. I'm one of the worst I am the worst Town Hall 10 attacker in my
But imagine if you had level 5 drags.
Well, it changes it, right? Yeah. They last longer and they hit harder. Okay, so I can see how that working. The new air stupid fart gun.
Oh yeah.
Let's move on to the next thing.
Okay.
New dragons. Yeah, I want them. I do want them, and I'm glad that I can hand them out. Because I had the perk,
which is going to be nice in the CCs.
Yeah. There's some. I'm in prep day. There are levels 5 dragons in some of our CCs.
How many hit points does it increase?
Let me see here. Let me just go to this thing and go to upgrade and go to research and go to what.
The next one is starting at Town Hall 9, air sweeper, second air sweeper.
All right, so here's the dragon. Right now, damage per second on level 4 is 200. It goes up to 220. Not a big jump. Hit points, it goes from 2,500 up to 2,700 up 200. Not a big jump. Cost, it goes from 3,700 to 4,200 up 5,000 elixir to make one. That's a bigger jump than the other two.
Wait, let me see it. I just kind of
okay. So it goes up 20 damage per second. It goes up 200 hit points, which is kind of a lot. That's a couple of hits.
Well, yeah, like from like 3 more archer hits.
Yeah,
maybe. I mean, not quite that much.
Well, damage per second on an air defense level 7 which isn't max, is 280. A maxed one is 320. So it doesn't even go up 1 extra hit of an air defense.
But wait a second.
Maxed air defense.
So the dragon it's
going up 200.
Yep.
And the maxed out air defense is hit for 320 per second. So the per second, the DPS on each one is...
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to think, like, does it add an extra second?
Half a second. I mean, it might add another...
Well, no, if you divide it by...
It depends on if it's hitting it evenly or if anything else is hitting it. I mean, it gives it a little boost. What's the next thing?
Okay,
we got a lot to talk about. Dragon...
Yeah.
But here's the thing. They do look cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look cool.
I'm saying you have the most powerful dragon army in the history of the world.
Yeah. It'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Have them fuckers out there burning.
Dragons and minions and like 2 pig dogs.
That'd be a good one. The next update, another level of minion.
God, already it's the day. It just dropped this morning. All right. So new leagues are here, including League, Legend, Tournament, and Legend trophies.
Okay, let me punch on my trophy button and go up to the trophy thing. Bronze, silver, gold, crystal, master, champion. Titan is the new league. The shield looks like, and I'm sure people have noticed this already, it looks like the barbarian king, but his crown slipped over his eyes, and all you see is the crown and his beard. Tell me that's not what that looks like.
Yeah.
Right there?
Oh.
That's the barb's chin, and the crown fell over his eyes, right?
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, that's silly. But and I've noticed the shields look a little different in the chats. Like next to your name, they are a little brighter, a little more distinct.
And did they take out gold? Because I was wondering why my badge was not gold, but did they take away level 1 on the shields and just leave it as the regular shield?
Yeah, that's probably what it is. That's why I've noticed the shields.
I'm like, what's wrong with this?
Level 1 shields are just the shield.
Yeah.
Instead of staying at 2 or 3 over it. Go to your chat. Go look at anybody. Just look at top clans or something.
I'm looking at my...
Top players.
I can't see my stuff, though.
It
doesn't tell me the gold, like,
looking
the
at the
next
top
league.
players, I'm just seeing a lot of 3s over the... Oh, you know what? Because didn't the Champion used to be the best, right? Champion didn't have a 1, 2, 3 league. It just was your champion.
Yeah.
You made it. So the Titan.
But look at that, and then they made it say all-time best.
Well, when you look, go to your
right
own...
there, like, because people always had to go look at their little thing.
Yeah, right. So when you go to your own profile, that's got to be on the list.
That's going to make people push by itself because you're going to see your all-time best staring at you.
Right. So the new profile pictures, it's a different color and it's got more information. It shows where you are, your stats. War Stars one, new stats just that pop up, and all-time best.
Yeah, you'd have to go look at these and the achievements before.
Yeah, right. And your troops donated, troops received, attacks 1, defenses 1 is on there, and then you got all your troops that you have. And have you noticed on your the troops there? there's not another spot for, it's always coming soon, a new troop, right?
Yeah.
So there's no spot for it. It's gonna have to wrap around on top. On the top line is 2 heroes, a space, and then all the spells, and then five spaces.
Do you think they're saying they're never going to come out with a new troop?
They will. And they might even change this screen up at that time just for more difference, because that's what keeps it a 10-year game.
If you knew that there was never going to be another troop, would that discourage you from playing?
It would.
Yeah.
It would I don't know. I bet you a lot of people would be like, fine, great. Now I can figure out a good army without having some new thing, new troop. Although the blower changed all kinds of air armies and balloons and all that thing. Now there's 2 of them, so there's no coming in from behind. It's just like,
it's really a good interface change up.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yes, it makes the whole thing's easier to use. We'll get to where the troops is next. What's next on the list?
You can request troops from the overall army screen. I like that. Okay. So, Dark Spell Factory. Harness Dark Elixir to make spells with advanced tactics, starting at Town Hall 8. Right. I didn't realize that. I just started upgrading a Dark Barrack on Brittany.
Yeah.
And
you should have
I should have waited.
Yeah.
I thought it was only for 9 to 10.
Well, you didn't know, but you should have waited anyway, just because you don't have any idea what's happening. You gotta. I did the same thing with Player 1. Like, I had a bunch of shit. I'm like, I'm waiting until the update and see what I can put out there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because you're at Town Hall 9.
Yeah.
Poison spell. Make a toxic cloud that slows and drains the health of defending troops.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Great for CC kills. Also, let's also remember that when we start this conversation or start about it, they only take up half a spot.
Yeah. So basically, what happened is extra spells. Oh, in the queue too.
Yeah.
Okay.
That whole thing. All right, dark spell.
Okay.
So
earthquake spell. It's hard.
Poison spell. Let's talk about the poison spell. Have you seen it in use yet?
Yes.
I have
Pirate,
as well.
Mighty. I saw it in their attacks.
Yeah, Brock got his up. A couple other people got him up. They've been showing them. I saw one that was, or people talk about that the max ones do some work. The first one I saw was level 1. Didn't do much. I can see how it will work.
Yeah.
It's great for CC kill.
I'm you know what? I'm jamming mine done.
Well, it's great for CC kill, right? Because even if you don't kill everything, and this is my question. Once somebody goes into the range of it being poisoned, and then they walk away, the defending troops, are they still poisoned? They must be, right? Like, it's a poison spell.
Maybe.
It's over time, or does it have to be within the zone?
I haven't seen any troop walk out of that yet.
Right, yeah. That's the thing, is that they go in there and the CC kill's already set up.
Yeah,
so they're going to die there anyway. Because
you said you weren't impressed, but then you saw Mighty's, how much it actually did.
Well, and I wasn't impressed because I was watching things that weren't being attacked. I was trying to watch how fast it dropped.
Yeah.
And it didn't go super fast. But it does, overall, everything takes less hits to kill. Like all 35 troops that you got in there.
Yeah.
So it does some damage.
And then you had more of a CC left.
Yeah.
When he was done with that.
Well, you had more of kill squads left. There's still something to do with those guys.
But I think it's going to have to be where they either meet up in the base. Or if you just... I was thinking, what if you pulled them just a little bit...
What if
with an archer, and then once they got pulled out, and then just drop it and wait?
How about this? You just drop your max poison spell right on the queen. While you're attacking from one end,
6 of them.
She's standing there getting... Yeah, right. Like the zap spell, but now it's the poison spell. And the stack. Could you imagine if they stack? Drop them all on the queen. Boop, she's dead.
Do they stack? That's the question.
Yeah, I guess we got to find that out, too.
I know. I can't go to the stuff until... And he can't see it. You know what? I'll gem it. Well, no, it wouldn't tell you. Wouldn't tell you
if it stacks.
But I'm gemming it. I can't take the...
All right, go for it. Because then we can gem it out so that we can look at what it says and I can see can see how it works.
Damn it.
What's next on the list?
Well, I'm going to go gem this out.
Right. Okay, the next thing on the list was Earthquake Spell. Have you seen this in action?
Just the YouTube videos.
Okay, I have not watched that, so I have not seen what happens.
That's it. I'm spending 587 gems.
Boom, push the button. Live on the air.
Ooh.
All right, everybody.
And it says brew over the top now, not create.
What? Brew.
Over both spell factories. It says brew over top when it's empty. Or when there's something that needs to go.
Yeah, let's just claim that as we totally made that term, brewing spells, instead of, I don't know. Let us buy it. How many people would say?
Wait, what are you doing?
I'm looking at your dark spell.
Oh, I'm just like,
let's just go into info.
okay.
Dark Spell Factory level 1. Now, when I look at it, I can see your other spells there.
Yeah.
Brewing capacity is 2. Spell storage capacity is 10 out of 11. So you have 10 spells.
I can queue.
Which means it's because you have 5 regular spells.
Yeah. And the regular spells are now worth 2 slots. And the dark spells are worth 1 slot.
And then the hit points on it are only 600 at level 1. And it looks pretty cool. Let's push brew.
Okay.
And you've got 1, and you can push it a bunch of times because, okay, the poison spell, total damage 270. Total damage 270. That's all, not even per second, just
speed. It decreases the speed by 28%. Ooh, look, and it's got a ways to go.
Yeah, total damage is 270. That's half, so it could be a total damage of 600 something. Okay. But it reduces their speed. I didn't know that was also a thing.
So I wonder if you did 200. Even a level 1 in a lightning will totally take out the max wizards.
Yeah. Cost 95 dark elixir, so that's kind of a lot. It's not a ton. It's not 40 grand like the other one. What does it do? Let's just keep reading it.
It doesn't say if it stacks.
Damage type area, splash, housing space 1, time to create 15 minutes. Targets ground and air.
Yeah.
All right. Nothing takes down enemy troops better than this deadly poison.
Let me see what the
Hold on, let me
upgrade
finish my time. Push the info button. Cast a spell to create a lingering toxic cloud that slows and rapidly drains the health of enemy units. Poison spells have no effect on enemy structures.
Yeah.
Well, no, duh. Although a big gas cloud and there's a dude standing on a mountain, a wizard, he's like, oh my god. Maybe he's standing up above.
Let me see what did I do?
That's pretty cool.
Okay, and I was going to look at the research.
Go to research. Maybe you can get info on what the info says on the other 2 spells.
I'll start researching it, and then I'll start the next upgrade.
Let's see it. Put it on the screen. We're doing this live.
Okay.
All right, put it on there.
90 hit point or DPS.
It goes up to total damage plus 90 to 360. Speed decreases it by plus 2, so 30%.
I probably could just pull this up on the internet, so we don't have to keep navigating through the buildings. I want to know if it's.
Can you info on the earthquake from the research? I want to see what
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking that I should look up is clans wiki. Because with that.
Do the poison staff.
Yeah.
That's what we really need to know. That's what everybody needs to know. Because if you can kill the queen with a few poison spells, that's silly. You can just still kill the CC wherever you want.
Can you imagine?
It'll change immediately. If you can stack them, it'll change immediately.
Oh, wait.
There's no way that won't... Once people figure that out, if that's a thing, it'll be exploited. That's all we'll do. Like, that's the way you'll kill a queen.
Let's see. I'm looking on the wiki. Okay.
Just Google the question. Do poison spells stack? You'll immediately come to the
so many
wiki.
people. It's under maintenance. Oh, man.
A bunch of shit changing on it, I guess. Yeah, it's going to be under maintenance. All right, go back to the list. What's the next thing?
Okay, so the Legend League tournaments are a new challenge for top players ending once a month.
Yeah, so I don't know.
So donations are going to go up.
Well, now here's the question: wasn't like the League of Legends or the there was a weekly contest of like the top players, right, and the top clans, and they got gems if they were up there. Wasn't that a thing? Wasn't that how that worked?
Yeah, it's like if you are like the top 3 in the world, you get so many gems.
Right. All right, and then nobody. Maybe 5 clans that worry about it because who's it's just too much.
Okay. Let's see here. Tournaments legends get their final standings featured in top players tab and profile. So I haven't really checked that out yet. Each tournament resets legends to 5,000 trophies and converts extras into permanent legend trophies.
I am going to interrupt. I'm looking at a thing here. I googled it, right? Poison spell. What it does.
Look
blah,
at
blah, blah.
you.
We
2
also
years
know
later, using the internet like a pro.
I've always used the internet. We always know. We also know that unlike Rage, for example, the spell effects stack. They can be dropped one on top of the other, and they all have an individual effect. So they're really referring to all the different spells. But listen, this video shows 7 level 4 poisons can take down a level 10 Archer Queen. That's 874 hit points with some toxicity to spare.
So, you know what that means, right? Get your clan castle and your CC away from each other.
And make sure your king and queen are away from each other.
Because you could lure them in. Yeah, like a really tight clump.
It's ridiculous.
I have my war attacks.
You gotta look for it, man. Drops.
But I suppose, what do I really need to kill?
You're gonna have level 1 poisons too.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not.
I'm like, take 11 of them. I'm like, I'll kill the queen, and then have a 1%.
I am going to
1%
publicly announce
star.
that people probably they're gonna have a lot of fun if they gem out all this new stuff. They get to have some fun with it, but then it's gonna get nerfed immediately because that right away is like, oh, you're fucked.
No, but you'd have to sacrifice. But what I mean is, like, you wouldn't give up all your spells for just the queen.
No. But it affects things.
Yeah.
It's cool how that does that.
I'm just gonna make a lot of spells one night and just go around killing heroes. Drop in, drop them on.
Just a bunch of and then get out of there. That's how I drop trophies, fucker.
Just spend a dark elixir on you. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, next on the troop is the earthquake spell, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, did you see any new commercials? Earthquake commercials or anything like that? I mean, they didn't show any.
I did.
There wasn't any. I didn't see any. So it's waiting on Supercell's new official earthquake poison shit.
Do you have the info on the?
Yeah, I got to hear earthquake. So Town Hall 9 was 40. Okay, so it does a percentage of damage, like 15% of the damage to all the buildings.
Yeah.
So a builder hut will get hit for just a little bit, but then town hall will get hit for a bunch. So that works pretty good. You only have a few troops left getting into the town hall, and it's going down, but things are hitting them.
How much is the damage?
You can get in. Well, I think this is pre-update information because it looks like about 10%.
Is that stackable?
But more interesting, earthquake appears. Well, let's see.
Is it total damage of this existing structure? Or total damage. So 10 could take down a TH10?
Yeah. No. No, because it's always a percent. You would never totally kill it because you're only taking a percentage. So maybe, yeah, no, you could never stack it. Probably doesn't stack to 100. Like it wouldn't work that way. Because if you always take, like, the old thing, if you always take 50% off of something, you just keep cutting it in half. It'll never go away. It'll go to infinity because you keep cutting an amount in half.
Well, that'd be kind of dumb, though. I mean, it would be kind of cool to be able to stack those. Does it say anything?
No, it doesn't. It says how will it be used. And it doesn't say about stacking them. It just says, like I said earlier, that they all can be stacked. Like you could poison on top of an earthquake, but that doesn't really help us what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
All right, next one.
Okay.
Next one is the haste spell, which I haven't seen or really heard much of. Have you? Tell me about it.
Well, you have this stuff right on here.
All right, let me scroll down to that. What it does.
I've seen it. It speeds up, but it doesn't look like it's as big. None of them look as big as other spells, to me. Or am I wrong on that?
On the what now?
On the size of the spells. Don't they look a little bit smaller?
The jar, like when you drop them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a little bit smaller.
A little bit smaller, and they fall differently. Yeah. It's like a vial instead of a jar. That's how I look at it.
Okay.
And that's kind of what it looks like on the
that's true.
on the pictures of it. It's more of a test tube, and the other ones are a big jar, like link jars. This one says, the dark spell unveils is the earthquake. It makes the haste. It makes troops faster. It seems like a waste since rage already makes troops faster, and gives them damage boost. But here's the thing: now you can have 2 of them per. Instead of a rage, you have 2 haste. If you have heavy hitters that don't need a rage, you just need them to get fucking moving, like dragons. They're taking their time to getting across what they're doing.
That's a good point.
You get the haste going, and you get 2 of them to get them moving. Yeah, it says, if you thought Loonians were annoying, wait till you get a load of them with a hand. Think about the loons moving across.
Yeah.
Especially at the end, if you end up with a bunch of them. You can save 2 to get them moving, even though they're doing damage. So haste is pretty good. It's gonna make things move along real fast. It's good. It would be a good finisher.
With just using one slot,
like having a haste in there. You got a poison for the CC and a haste, and then you got regular spells.
You got one slot that is extra now, so you can either, if your army is usually
I don't understand that. What I don't. You said that before we started, but so you have 11 spots now. What?
Yeah.
You have 5.5. Is that
right?
Okay,
but
is that what it is?
But no, like a lightning is 2 slots,
right?
Each spell is 2 slots.
You can bring in 11 spells, or 11. You have 11 slots, so you can bring in
11 dark spells,
5 regular spells plus your whatever you want, right?
Yeah.
Plus a dark. Okay, so that is good. That really does change things up, yeah.
Because then if your army comps at the end are, let's say, I would think if you're running like hogs, at the end, do you need would poison be better with the lure, for that, or would that haste? What about haste on hogs? What would that look like?
I think it was kind of a waste because they're already moving real fast. They move through that haste real well. Again, if you needed them to get to that last builder out in the corner, and it was like 10 seconds left, you could drop that thing and they'd zip over there. Boom.
Might be good for the end of a dragon attack on a TH8.
Yeah,
where something's just lingering, and you're trying to get it.
The guys go the wrong way and don't go attack that one thing on the side, and you're like, okay, I got a haste left. I better get these guys moving.
So whatever your army, like whatever problems you run into, if the queen is a killer,
if you got a slow army, balloons, dragons,
I don't
even ground troops, golems and shit.
I don't like using the rage on golems anymore. Like with the wizards and stuff, I take 1 rage in because I'm like,
what? You just freeze everything?
No, I freeze and jump. I'm like, the biggest thing is. I do the damage. I do the lightning in the core, or like close to it when they're getting there. But I don't like how the witches like rush past. They start to go faster.
Yeah. I know what you're saying.
So the timing really sucks. So it's like
everything needs to get in the middle at the same time, and it's all about it's tricky.
I think like keeping them moving is probably the most important thing.
Soften up the buildings and the walls that you're trying to go in. Like there's the queen, you're trying to get the kill queen, so you got to get to her. You soften up. You could probably hit 2 or 3 defenses that are near her and the base. Well, maybe not her, but her little pad.
Mighty Buzzer told me something today. It makes me wonder about this now because he said that. Because he's really good at deploying wall breakers.
Yeah.
Like he does like a double tap with the barbs and like the archers it's just really quick how he does it. It works really good. And he was saying that it's, he said it doesn't work if your golems get to the wall first, because once they take a punch on it, the wall breakers will go to that softest spot. Right. Oh. So like if the wizard tower is right there and you want him to tank for the wall break, you can't really do it that way.
Huh.
And so then
is that before update or after? Because the wall breakers change IA too.
Right. But here's the thing. Do they still go for the softest walls? Because if that was the case, why couldn't you use that with a wall breaker?
An earthquake to draw the wall breakers in? Yeah.
Could you get the wall breakers in deeper if it was going for the softest wall?
Yeah, why not? Instead of going into different compartments, they go straight ahead because that's where that earthquake goes from.
I wonder if
that'll do some damage. Yeah, that'll get some shit right in there. Will other things target the softest wall? Will the golem go towards that instead of the other way?
I've never wanted to spend money so much in my entire life.
I must find out.
Oh, man. Yeah, because if you could just soften the walls on, like, some of those bases, use the wall breakers to get way, way into the interior. Damn it. I just want to use it. Okay. Training times in Spellfractor reduced.
Awesome.
Could be awesome for pushing.
Yeah. And you get and
5 spells, an hour and 15 minutes.
And the new
saved.
Now the new thing, the next thing is
all resource storages are now immune to all direct spell damage.
Lame. Really stupid. Come on. They got so pissy about zapping the Dark Elixir because it basically made it way too easy to get Dark Elixir.
Yeah.
Or it takes work because and it takes elixir you're spending to get it.
Right.
But yeah, you just go in and zap, and get your shit up, which is a legitimate thing.
Yeah. Somebody heard about that on Twitter and said, guess Scotty shouldn't have started zapping or something like that.
Exactly.
And I almost did. I was going to spend a boost yesterday just going around zapping. It's like the last day to lightning. But
I did get lightning today.
But still, I don't ever do
Somebody
that anymore.
came in and took my town hall and then dropped a bunch of lightnings on the dark, the gold, and the elixir are all right together, so he could have zapped the middle one, the gold, and got a little bit of all of it. Didn't get any of it. I'm like, oh, you dummy, didn't you read the update? Like, well, that was a big waste. Yeah, it was pretty funny.
He's like, why can't I make it? My spells aren't working today.
I don't like it.
Yeah, there's probably a lot of angry people out there today.
Well, it's just, I don't go around zapping a bunch of shit, but it seems like
But then here's the thing. If that wall breaker AI did start to work that way, where you could soften the walls, you'd want to put that the storages. No, maybe not. You'd want them to. No, never mind. I was thinking the storages could protect.
And the earthquake spell doesn't work on the storages either.
That's what I mean.
That sucks.
So
that sucks. That really does suck.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, you could soften up some defense.
The defense is in the walls, but not the storages, which are big, and you need them to soften up because it takes forever to kill them.
Yeah.
Huh. That's dumb.
That's weird. I don't know. It's like, okay.
Next one.
Clan tournaments are okay with more gems, more players, or something like that. Okay. Barbs, archers, drags, and P.E.K.K.A.'s training costs adjusted for some levels.
All right.
Well, it better be
cheaper. Yeah, right. Probably not.
Inflation. It's inflation in Clash of Clans. All right. Several building hit point values have been increased.
Do you know which ones? I don't even remember reading that.
Yeah. God, I should just pull up a better. Don't you have the?
No, I just found some article. It's not the wiki.
Okay. Well, probably should have prepared a little. I thought this was going to tell me everything we needed to know. Dragon level 4 has been moved to Town Hall 9.
Cool, I guess.
Archer Tower arrows travel faster, so they miss less of their shots at range.
Miss? I didn't know that archers ever missed. Did they actually miss sometimes?
Yeah, I think there was a glitch or something. They were trying to fix that.
Oh. Well, I did notice that they shoot faster and straighter. The Archer Towers. Because I'm like, well, that thing's really fucking plugging away. Yeah, well, it's not lobbing them up in the air. It's just shooting them straight. I'm like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. For timing. Probably like timing adjustments then.
Yeah, right, okay.
Troops and heroes are less likely to target walls unnecessarily. Even the Archer Queen.
Yeah, right. I'm glad they put that in parentheses because that was so big.
Yeah.
Oh, man. It's just good job, Supercell.
I've seen her do some good stuff today. And then I've heard about some stupid stuff.
Yeah.
That she walked around the outside of the base refusing to shoot a wall.
That sucks.
And I don't know how much of it. I didn't see the replay or anything, but somebody in the clan chat said that. Troops and heroes will not continue bashing through walls to get to a destroyed target.
That's awesome. Because that's so frustrating. You got your king like, I need you to turn and hit that fucking thing. Come on. And he's like, oh, no, I was
Where's it going to go? Where's it going to go?
What are you doing?
Yeah. It's done. It's gone.
I can't see through the wall, so I got to go through it before I find out the...
Wall breakers now avoid retargeting towards unnecessary walls when deployed in groups.
I like that they don't bust open empty compartments. Hopefully.
So that's what
Hopefully they'll go in a group to the one spot, and then they'll go to the weak earthquake spot and keep going at center. That would be great.
I read that briefly earlier, and that's why I was thinking, okay, then the softest walls? That's kind of where things started to click a little bit. Fixed rare cases where defending heroes or defenses might get stuck and not attack.
That happened to my queen a bunch. In war.
Really?
Yeah, she was just standing there, derp, and people were walking in, and I think I got hit for 1 star, 1 star, and then 2 stars, and she stood there every time.
She did, huh?
She was trapped inside of a Tesla.
Yep.
She was just standing on a Tesla that popped up, and she
You know
was just
what?
stuck
And
there.
as soon as somebody destroyed it, she would move.
And see, they never got to it.
Yeah.
They got in and got my town hall once because it was on the Tesla we're talking about was on the other side of the middle square, but. So she just stood there like an idiot. And they're coming through with air,
Like
just
the
coming right over
statue.
the top of her and dropping bombs on her. Like, oh, God damn it.
Just that sucks. Yeah. I saw it in one of Cadmus's wars. They were, it got stuck, and it was where, the air sweeper and the Tesla and the king and the queen were all, bunched together.
Huh.
And that's when it happened.
Yeah.
Did they attack you from the same side?
They kept doing it. They probably saw it.
Yeah.
Or maybe not. I don't know.
'Cause
The
I
first two
think
attacks were really shitty. And they, got 50% because everything just walked around the outside, and that's, it took
Hey, la la la.
it took a full go wipe and every spell to go, to get 51% or something like that.
Okay. Let's see. Interface improvements. Train your army with a new training button just above attack. No more barracks hunting.
Right. That's pretty cool. I'm going to push it right now. Beep. And it pulls up a army overview, and it shows everything I have trained, everything in my clan castle, all the spells, and I have 10 out of 10.
And you can edit. That was the next
No,
line.
wait a
Introduced
minute.
it very well.
You said 11, right?
Yeah.
I have 10 out of 10 because I have 5 rage spells. That's what it says.
Yeah,
10
because
out of 10.
your lab isn't done. Or your,
Oh, yeah. Okay, so my dark lab isn't done. Right. Okay, that makes sense.
yeah.
And then my heroes are right there, and then I can edit the army, beep, and drop shit instead of
I
having
like
to go.
that you can do request troops. From
And you can request troops from right there, and then you can go through, and you can on the bottom are tabs, so you can click on any one of your things, any one of your barracks, and both. Well, all of it really. It's pretty slick.
I wanted to see what the training cost. You know what? Here's the one thing I will have to say that I do not like about that. They like the spell factory. Like you go to brew, and you can't see what you have cooked.
Already made.
Yeah. Like, look, I go to spell factory, like I used to. Like I go there, or I go brew.
And it would show it was already made.
It would show what was already made. Like,
Yeah.
it would be like, here's what's on deck.
Yeah, it doesn't do that, huh?
And so if I click like this one, it can queue now, which is awesome.
Yeah, that's huge.
But it doesn't show me which ones are done, and I got a whole thing done.
Right, you got 5 or 10 done, and so you have to go back to your main button.
Yeah,
Well,
or go
it's-
info on that instead of create.
Hmm.
So I either have to go to info or I have to go to create.
But here's what you do: you don't use that button anymore. You just go to the button that says.
They're trying to retrain me.
Well, that's what it is. You don't have to go. You don't have to search out the barracks and search out the spell factories to go find out what's in them. You don't have to go to the. You don't have to go to the army camp and go info to see what you have made. It's all under one button right there. Boom, and it's the army overview. It's all everything you have made.
That is. I'm just requesting some troops right now. Quick.
That is the way to do it. I mean, it makes it easier. It does. It makes it. Everybody hates change, but hey, there's an easier way to do it. Just hit that button.
Yeah.
And see what you got.
Well, yeah, because that was where the mail button was before.
And now the mail button is up at the top under the trophy.
Everything just looks. I just feel a little off. We've been looking at a similar screen for so long. It's like this makes complete sense why they do it this way. Mm-hmm. Like you can see all the clan castle troops, and you can watch them come in.
Yeah.
I'm just like that's cool. And then, I guess I won't be seeing the dark barracks very much because I always had to cycle through.
Yeah.
It was like dark barracks. I'm not even doing them. Where's the start of my 4?
Yeah. Right.
And, yeah. So it's kind of nice because you can do it that way. Ooh, I forgot to bring cleanup troops.
What's the next?
The next thing, we're right at the bottom of
New stuff.
quick tabs have been added to make views and cycling. Pretty much
What we just talked about.
troop selection, attacking has been cleaned up. New visuals and sounds. You can now filter offensive clan chat by enabling the clan chat filter in the settings.
Okay. You want to do it just to fuck with people?
No, I said it'd be funny if you actually did it. I wonder if I'd ever be able to change it back. Mm-hmm. But you said that when
Yeah, right. You're going to change it one time.
you go. Boneyard says change clan settings. And then
people are like, "What the fuck?" And it gets started out.
yeah.
Yeah, that would be it's good for clans that want to, no swearing, no
or
cussing kids and stuff like that. But yeah, why not?
Yeah,
it's probably should have been in the first place.
At least they let us swear because I don't think people would still be playing if
right.
You couldn't swear in the chat.
You just have your different words.
Arabic and traditional Chinese languages are now supported.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a big update.
Big update, lots of stuff. Yeah, the new spells.
There's so much to just figure out with
all the buttons.
but also, we did talk about the upgrades.
There's no new achievements or anything. Although there is that new thing where you get league trophies that are permanent.
Okay, so that's when you hit the Titan.
You got to get up in Titan, right?
And you have to finish at the end of the month at above 5,000.
Okay.
And all of those go to your
Titan account.
Yeah.
That's cool for the top guys, I guess, yeah. Keeps them interested, them playing.
It's kind of like a big pushing reward because for you to get up that high and let's say you had 27. If a guy walked in to a clan that with 27 Titan League
points,
yeah, you go, oh man, this guy must know what he's doing.
Yeah, and the guy, a lot of those clans, a lot of the top clans are like, oh, we got all kinds of Titan League. Yeah. But one guy walking around with, he's in gold too, but he's got Titan points. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's good stuff.
They should just have a Titan club.
Do you know where that is? It must be on your trophy page, right?
I'm going to make a clan that the only way you can get into the clan is if you have been in...
if you have Titan points?
Titan.
There's no way that people are going to join that because they're already in top clans. You're going to find some guy in global.
I'm going to make it the most exclusive club in town.
Yeah. I can't even get in. Yeah. That's double VIP. There's not even anybody allowed up there.
Yeah.
It just looks cool.
This is just... and finally people start coming in. It's like, it's the place to be. What goes on in the nothing?
Nothing. There's nobody here.
No, you're like, then it becomes so popular and it's like Studio 54.
We don't even war.
Can't get in the door unless you're in the... We don't even war. We're too busy pushing our trophies.
It's a push clan.
Sir, can I get you something to drink?
So where are you at? Well, there's your update. Update day.
Yeah, I'm still just getting used to all this. Leading up to the update, I saved a bunch, and then when I realized that it was Clash of Clams, was reading some of the stats of the new things coming up, and what it's going to cost. The spell factory, the dark spell factory, and whatever. I realized it's just the air sweeper for gold, so I sank a few more into lavas.
Huh. So you got where are you at with lavas?
I'm moving on up.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Let me brag about my lavas.
I got 12. What do you got there?
I have 17.
17 lavas. Not bad. I have 1, 2, 8.
You have 8?
Yeah. I finished my walls. Well, before I went down to archers, like I had said, I finished the walls.
Are you doing Legos?
The middle circle is all Legos, except for the corners are lava.
Okay.
Right? The outside circle is all... Oh, no. You know what I did? I have 4 lavas. The outside circle is still all... The outside circle is still all skulls, but then there's Legos in the 4 corners of that.
I wonder if the wall breakers are going to run right away from those bigger walls.
Probably. If they're going for the weaker walls.
I should have kept my old walls. I was going to do that. I would save a few of the old ones.
Put them in the corners?
To steer them.
Yeah, I guess that would be kind of tricky.
Yeah. So now it's I'll have to...
Well, I don't know. Figure it out. I still have a bunch of purple or blue walls, I guess, blue crystal walls for the inner lines that I'm just going to leave them.
Okay.
What else? Where else you at? What else you got going on? What are you updating? What are you upgrading right now?
I have my king's going to 23.
Nice.
Right now, the reason I've got gold and elixir is because I'm just going for dark elixir. I was saving up though, and I got up to like 5 million because I thought, okay, dragons, right? Level 5. I want to get those cooking. I don't know why. I don't use dragons, but I just thought, yeah.
Why not?
Because Brittany does. I don't know. I just like it. And then, but I thought the Dark Spell Factory was going to cost Dark Elixir. Yeah. So I was really farming Dark Elixir because I'm trying to keep my king down to 25.
Yeah.
And he's got 4 days left, and I'm at 60k Dark Elixir. But I just go in with my giants, barbs, archers, and heal spells.
Yeah.
And wreck shit.
And just get to the dark
gold.
elixir.
I'm just hanging out and go, because I'll get 2,000. I took, let me see my, oh shit, where did my, attack log?
Where's that button?
I know, where am I? I took 3,200, 21, 12, 2,000, and then I lost, and there was a couple, but it's all over 1,000.
Yeah, right.
3.3. I had a big one because I just let the giants get to the wall, heal them while I'm doing the same thing with Brittany, same attack.
Yeah. Just getting in straight to the dark elixir. Win or lose.
No wall breakers.
Win or lose straight to the dark elixir.
Yeah, just I'm steering those giants through the compartments. I'll send them right into just one compartment. 11 giants or 12 giants into one thing. Just let everything tank behind, just like the golem, war attacks.
Yeah, right.
And then, and let my archers and barbs
as long as you
do
got
their
the heals
work.
on them, the giants aren't susceptible to the splash damage.
And my queen right behind me, and she just goes in there, and people are using the healers or whatever on the queen, which has been kind of cool. I don't know if you've seen some of those replays.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of that stuff. Yeah.
But that'll it'll create a path, and I go right for the dark elixir. And most of the time, I was stopping a little bit for regular elixir. Like if I saw a big score, if it was only going to be 500 dark elixir, because I was I need elixir, and I figured dark elixir for the dark spell factory, and that was elixir. So. I realized you had to either do dragons.
And that was the thing. I was I had enough to do the dragons right away, but then the dark elixir, I'm wow, or the dark spell.
Plus, I want them researching first.
That's going up. I got to get those poisons, all those different spells researched. You just started it?
Yep. 4 days to level 2.
Level 2 poison.
Yep.
In your face.
So that was 25,000 DE.
25,000?
Yeah.
Just to do it? Yeah, that's a lot. That's going to. There's another thing is Supercell is doing something with the dark elixir economy. Instead of all your first it was upgrade troops, upgrade heroes, and then all your troops are done. And all you're doing is getting dark to do heroes. Now you're spending dark to fight. You're they're keeping people from. That's another reason for people to spend money to get it up there and whatnot. But now you have to upgrade them and use them in battle. 95 dark elixir in a battle is just more dark elixir you're using instead of using to upgrade.
Yeah, that's really true. I shouldn't even build it on. Well, I'll build it on Britney Spears just so I can research them. But yeah, and part of it was I was like, you know what? If the spells are coming out too, I don't want to have my dragons cooking for God knows how long it's going to be to do those. You
can't. You just did it.
14 days.
14 days. Well, I guess that's kind of the max time limit on everything in this game.
So how will you do your dark spell factory? It's cooking, right?
Yeah, I got 3 days, 14 hours left. I'll probably just go right to level 2 with it. I'll probably just put it right up to Earthquake, and I don't know. I may not do those dragons for a while.
God, I just want to play with all those spells.
Yeah. I want to find out how those fucking earthquakes work with wall breakers. I want to stack poison spells. And I want to see haste, clean up some shit, get that third star.
I don't think I'll use haste.
I can see how that would come in handy. A lot.
I don't really like my troops to go that fast.
Is 11 slots going to be the max? Is that...
I don't know. It doesn't really
push upgrade. Go to upgrade your
Upgrade my what?
Upgrade your spell factory, your dark one. Upgrade it. It doesn't say anything about more slots, does it?
You get
That's
2.
max capacity, right? Spell storage capacity 1. Yeah. And that's maxed out. So you don't. So it's 11 total. You don't get any more.
Yeah. But you'll just have stronger ones. And you can see people like taking in the lightning. Now it's like you might be able to just drop that poison and save half a spell.
Yeah. Save a whole spell. Save 2 spells.
Yeah.
And 2 slots. Instead of using the lightning, you use the, yeah.
And then what you would use for, destruction at the end. I mean, I wish, it sucks that I guess the earthquake does it to buildings. The other one does it to troops.
Yeah.
10%, like in some of the wars. Are you sure it doesn't do like 10%?
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, it probably does. You're probably right.
That's probably.
But you'd think
I had heard like 15. And that
or
was
whatever
like
it is.
Yeah.
But imagine like
when you do it again, it's another 15. So if you go so you go down to it's 15, you go down to 85. Then you do 15% more is probably another 9. So now it's down to like 69, and then you do another 10% or 15%, and then it goes down to now your building is at 70 or like 60% of its original life, and then somebody can go and fight it.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe
because it would be nice, like at the very end, to drop an earthquake, like on a TH that was almost like
yep.
And it would say that you could never.
My guess is that you can't stack percent. We can't, the percentages. It'd be interesting. Drop 2 earthquakes right at the end, so that thing starts rumbling, and then they got 1 dragon left burning, and you're running out of time.
I'm looking here for more of that information because we should have all that stuff, but the wiki wasn't up, and I don't have that other app. But so what are you doing on Boneyard?
Boneyard is he's been doing pretty good on raiding. I got 6 mil gold, 5 mil elixir. Well, actually, I've got 7 mil elixir because I've got a bunch in the CC there. Like I said, I was doing archers, and now just doing the new stuff, which is great. I did get my second blower started, and I think my other blower is still on level 1. I haven't bothered doing anything with it because it's stupid. It's going to change things, because now you have them facing each other or facing away from each other in the middle, and it really changes how you attack things, because those things can turn, and you can overlap them.
Oh, how appropriate. Stupid commercial looking up for Clash of Clans. It's Game of War, Fire Age.
But those blowers can overlap to cover damn near half your map. You know what I mean? So haste against those with flying things is a thing.
Yeah,
to keep them moving fast when they're coming at it.
And even on this site, they're not showing all the stuff.
The blower should always be blowing at defenses, like right in front of them, because no matter what you send to kill a blower, it's got to stop at a defense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it was the storage, the dragon will skip the storage and go after the blower.
Wouldn't it be kind of cool if
the balloon would skip the storage and go after the blower?
And I was just saying, like, it would be a good thing, and I'm like, no, it wouldn't be a good thing if the poison spell
blew away from
oh man,
you'd have a toxic cloud of fucking mustard gas blowing all over your goddamn map.
Yeah,
that would might sting your eyes.
Oh man.
But so we've been Boneyard's rocking it. Player 1 moved up to Town Hall 9. That's news. I bit the bullet, moved up to 9. All I put on the board was the 2 new storages. They're already maxed out. And I don't have enough for the queen yet, which is bugging me. Because I want to get her on the board and get her started, because, now I can get up. I didn't put anything else. I didn't put it, there's new archer towers. There's the expo. I didn't put that on the board. I put all the new walls on the board.
Okay.
And so that, my new war base is kind of funny looking. You're like, what is this level 9? And it looks so dinky. Because it is. It's just got... So I've been coming up like 2 or 3 Town Hall 8s lower than the top. Then, there's 2 or 3 Town Hall 8s above.
You really?
Yeah. So immediately dropped way down in the list. So I'm pulling in less than I can hit. Well, right now my troops aren't that great, so I still can really only go after Town Hall 8s, but soon I'll have Town Hall 9 troops pulling in a Town Hall 8 coming across, and that's sweet.
Yeah, because it sucks to go against those 9s as an 8.
Yeah, you can't. It's not much you can do, you know.
Even just the like number of buildings, and my hogs on my 8 is I'm like $7,000 away from getting hogs to 4.
I have them at 4 on my Town Hall on player 1. He got actually. I went to Town Hall 9, and my hogs were still upgrading, and I said, "Well, I'm just going to start the research facility." While my hogs are upgrading, when the research facility was done upgrading, my hogs were done. So that stacks. So if you're moving up a Town Hall and you need to research something, you want to save time.
Oh my god!
Do them both. Yeah, start your dark and then do the elixir. Start a dark troop. Do the elixir.
So while your troops are, oh my god!
Yeah, my hogs were finished when I thought, I'm going to have four more days left once they're finally done. No, it stacked. So they were being researched while the lab was being upgraded.
Yeah,
it's pretty sweet. And I'm pretty sure we've talked about that. I'm pretty sure people know that.
I don't know.
And then I said it, and people were like, "Oh yeah, like that's awesome." I'm like, "Yeah, I didn't realize that. I guess."
Yeah, I mean that's gonna.
The last time I upgraded,
think about how much that's gonna like help like people going to another level.
Yeah, just plan it.
And maybe has it always been like that?
I kind of assume so, but I don't know. It's been a long time since I've upgraded a research lab. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, even on my 8, it's been
because you're using elixir, and so I'm like, well, you're usually upgrading with troops with elixir, so you're like, I don't only have enough elixir to do one or the other. Yeah, might as well research the thing, but dark and do it at the same time.
Wow.
Yeah,
because that's painful. Yeah, it's been so long.
Well, it saved me 4 days. It's not a lot, but yeah.
Yeah, 4 days.
And I probably am going to upgrade. See, I can either max out my hogs or get the queen once I get the $50,000.
The queen.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And then I have to start over to get the hogs because I haven't even started using the hogs yet.
Because you use her in farming.
Yeah, right. And she just, even level 1, boom, she's out there. It's a whole nother troop on the board.
Yeah.
A whole nother
better
war
defense.
Horse. And in war, she might only come out at the end for cleanup. Because she's gonna get killed right away if I try to put her out there in the war, but she'll do great for cleanup.
Right.
Range, I guess she doesn't have her power at level 1, so it's just her. But she's got the range and she moves fast. Yeah, that's
and now she's smarter than ever.
Possibly,
Maybe.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I like on my 2nd, I was always doing the king. I was like dark. Put into the king. Now I'm like level 9. Once I get those hogs, then I'll do the king, and I'm like, I'll be starting to throw dark elixir away if I don't upgrade after a certain period of time. I mean, I've got Velks and stuff to do.
You're right. You can still upgrade your troops,
but I can see the end of that town hall by the
once
dark
once you get the king to 10, you're like, I can still do this other stuff, and you got to do the ones you're going to use.
And it sounds awesome that if you can just keep upgrading your troops and your heroes, and you leave your defenses low, where you show up in the war map below the top 8s.
Yes,
if it works, I mean, like, what is it?
The other things I want to put on the board that I haven't done yet. I want to put the 4th air defense up, so that my player 1 won't be susceptible to, because I have 25 new walls. So the map's bigger, like the ground troops, it's harder because I can have more compartments because I have less buildings. If I put all the new buildings, then I got to put walls around them.
Yeah.
But if I take the existing thing and just have 25 more walls, I can make it. You can beef the thing out. So the ground game is harder because you have more walls, and then I want to put the 4th air defense in so that. I can square out the air defenses against dragon attacks because it's a Town Hall 8 way down there.
Yeah.
And then probably the Tesla because it's I put the big bomb out there right away. You get the 4th one.
Yeah.
So now I can have 2 double big bombs tucked away in there. And then I'm like, well, I might as well get the 4th Tesla because I have 3 now. I think and then I'm going to get.
Are you farming a lot with player 1?
I try to get it because I want him up there. Now that I got to level 9, I got all this new stuff, and I got to do new things. I want to.
Player 1 will probably surpass Boneyard.
Maybe Well, I don't know.
Because you're playing them, like, a lot, it seems like.
It's back and forth. I know I can play... I can't play the Boneyard on my iPad anywhere but where I have free Wi-Fi, which is my house and work, which is where I play a lot. But if I'm out and about, I'm always on player one, dicking around.
That's how I'm rolling with Brittany.
Oh, and I just got I have the Wi-Fi password for the bar for Sunday Night Poker at Bergie's.
Yeah.
Well, Bergie himself I was like, hey man, what is the password here? And he's like, well, there's a guest one. And here's the real one. I'm like, okay, thanks, dude.
So if you listen to the podcast and you want to go to beer case, here's the password. No.
Yeah. Here's the, it has something to do with football. And I was like, I'll never remember it. I'm like, okay, let me just punch it in here and remember that thing.
Yeah.
And so I can play it when I'm playing cards.
That's nice.
Yeah. I went in there one day and I'm like, okay, got all my thing. And like 6 other people are playing Clash. And you're like, what? One guy who doesn't is like, what the shit? Come on, everybody. Put that shit away, Blackberry. And I'm over here with 2, like, I got a battle to do. It's your deal. Just deal them damn cards. Hold on, I got a battle.
I'm in the middle of a war attack. Yeah, I am not on Brittany. I'm not doing a lot of farming. I kind of just backed off of it. Brought her to L for a couple days, threw her in more. We had some weird, funky matchups, and then I went over to the Kent farmhouse too to visit for a while, and I had a horrible war attack today. Horrible. I went to lightning. I started my drags. I did everything. Like, I lured actually this time because the clan castle was on the outside, or close to the outside. I was, had it kind of like in my head how I was going to hit. And I go in, and because I had thought about it, I was like, hey, as soon as I got in, I'm like, well, I dropped the troop, just not quite thinking about it because I dropped the drags, a giant first to lure, and I don't normally do that. And so I think I got in farming mode or something, and then I'm like, oh shit, I forgot to drop the lightning. I'm like, well, I better get my stuff, situated first, and then I select my lightning and I go to zoom in. And I think I dropped 2 lightnings out into the wild.
Yeah.
And
Fat finger. Oh, that guy's laughing. They're all watching it. Oh, you're getting hit. Let's go watch it. And wow.
I was so horrified.
Yeah, wow.
I was like, I don't want to leave this stupid thing. Because, I was like, and then it threw me off. Because I was trying to see what happened, what's still alive.
Yeah, nope.
And
can I get 50% somehow?
Yeah,
I should still get to that near outside town.
I was like, shit. I'm like,
that's funny.
Should I just? I wanted to just quit the battle. I was like, oh my god. I'm like, I have to stay and watch this.
No, you just quit.
And I thought maybe if something happened, I would turn out all right, but it did not.
No.
Yeah.
No. I would like to give some, we're coming up on an hour here, so maybe we should just wrap up our update episode, come back to what we've been talking about, where we're at, and what we've been doing, because House of Zod is killing it. We had a huge long streak. We got to level 6, the war clan that we are has been rocking it. I'd like to talk about some of the people we faced, Ronald McDonald, a couple other people that need some honorable mention, some pretty good wars that we've had. And I know you guys did the SOAS war. I'm sure you talked about that on Nerding Out with some people.
Yeah, I talked about it a little bit with Sass. He was in both clans.
Yeah, and I watched some of the end of that. Oh, the end of that was tough, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you see my attack?
No, I saw the fact that there was you guys tied. Right?
Yeah.
At the very last, it says last moments, not the time of when it was. 5 stars got put up against the House of L from SOAS, and then you're right in there as well, and you didn't get a first star.
No,
it was so they came up to tie, and you had the chance to put it over, and it didn't work. And I was like, and then I was, then I looked through, and I'm like, he was right there, and he was up against this base
because it was
that's tough.
It was like a jump, like a wrong. If I would have. I don't know what I was thinking.
One star, and you went up against the wrong base.
Yeah.
Well, let's get back to that in the next episode. Why don't we do that? And because we got plenty more to talk about. So, update day. Big up out there to all the clashers and the fans in the stands. And we'll catch up to you in episode 9, Trey.
Keep it clashy.
Hey, that was the year that Snoop Dogg dropped that album, right?
Get a hold of us, clashclanspodcast.com.
Skilly beep 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 beep. beep, skiddly beep.